Good evening, citizens of the universe, and welcome to this new video, the second, about the construction of my space cockpit. In this video, we will see the very first steps from my previous office settings to the start of the assembly of the metallic structure, the screen setup, and a few other steps. So as you can see before, let's say I had a regular office desk with a regular office setup, and after watching too much Tron and such films, I had this very metallic idea of transforming my desk, and actually that was more part of a larger plan to do a cockpit like this, as you can see on this drawing on the right. So a closed cockpit for more immersion, and this red part that you can see here is to increase the rigidity, the robustness of the structure. And this is the detailed drawings that I made. So the first step was this massive Samsung Odyssey Arc screen, and you can see the foot, the base of this screen. So this screen is 42 kilograms. So how much pound is that? That's roughly about something like 80-90 pounds. So it's massive. So I had to ask the help of a friend to just lift the foot that you can see on the very right, and then put the screen on it, and then move the whole thing on the table. So this is the screen mounting. So the screen might be around like 20-25 kilograms. It's a 55-inch gaming screen, 1 millisecond response time, 1 meter diameter. And you can find an affiliated link in the description. And so there were 3 of us to mount this, because it's a little tricky, let's say, or just say that alone is just impossible, I think. So when this screen came out around 2022-23, there had been some confusion and misunderstanding, as consumers thought it could display many inputs on the same screen, but it really is not, and it can only display one input and other Samsung applications. But as a single display screen, I like it. And you can see parts of the structure at the back near the wall. I thought a long time about this. First I thought about epoxy, and then I realized that because of the size of the cockpit, it would be a huge work, massive mess with really uncertain results. So I looked for a lighter structure, and I chose greenhouse structure. So I had to tweak the assembly of this greenhouse and use some parts in other places, but the basis of the structure is a greenhouse from a gardening company. So here we're moving this 42 kilograms screen and just looking at the first impressions, because this is really a central part of the cockpit. This is the windshield basically, and it will also be used to reinforce the structure, so it has to be at the right place right from the beginning. And the idea is to eventually put 1 or 2 screens on the sides. So now let's talk about prices. I know it's always an interesting aspect. So this Samsung Odyssey Arc screen that I bought is the first version, and it cost at the time of recording $1,800 US, around 1,600 euros, and the greenhouse structure cost around $300 US. So then a lot of cabling work had to be done. I currently have around 14 USB cables for various instruments, from the joysticks to the button box to a lot of things. So, a little site survey as of February 2024. You can see a little bit of mess in the living room. Here's a new carpet material, not carpet but rubber, that I might put either on the floor or just use it to make the outer material wall. I didn't know yet at that time. So we can see here the beginning of the structure assembly. The flashy Tron looking office desk. I was pretty happy about the result, I have to say. And the screen and the table that I really have to get rid of because it's a little bit in the way of the cockpit. No, it's totally in the way. So now we have the two main items which will be used as the cornerstones of this cockpit: the desk and the screen. Screen as a windshield and the desk as a dashboard / control panel. And what you can see here, this big white polystyrene, is obviously the initial packaging of the screen. And I thought I could use them to create like a kind of shape for the outer envelope of the cockpit, and later reinforce it to make it more stable with those green wires that you could see. And also these shapes, those shapes here look kind of metallic, or maybe more like concrete, but in any case industrial. So if I raise this polystyrene a little bit like this so that it doesn't hide too much screen, I think I can make something pretty cool out of it, and even put some instruments on it. Oh, we'll see that in other videos later. There's gonna be quite a lot of work on this polystyrene, including carbon fiber work. So here I'm gonna put the second screen with this arm, metallic arm. We'll see how it goes. And just looking at this screen is quite a sensation, I have to say. I had a pretty decent screen before, but like a regular 32 inches Asus Pro gaming screen. But here, switching to this 55 inches screen is, wow, quite a sensation. I thought about using other technologies like VR headsets, but VR headsets for Star Citizen is just, it's not made for it, and it's not working really. I mean, you can adapt it with some softwares, but it seems quite complicated and pretty buggy. And also for long game sessions, I'm not sure it's very comfortable to wear VR headsets for hours. I thought about video projectors too, but okay, you need to build a gigantic screen, you need to buy 1, 2 or even 3 video projectors if you want to have a 180 degree screen. And when you see the cost of those nice video projectors, it's roughly the cost of the screen. So I ended up just going for this screen, and this is here the first time that I'm sitting in front of it actually. And first impression is this, of course, the size, but also these 1 meter diameter, which makes it really immersive. So now the problem of this screen is that in order to have it work, you need 1, 2 remotes and this black box that you can see at the bottom of the screen. So in terms of optimization, it's not great, but Listen to this. People like me who love buttons, it's great. So I have here one of those USB hub that I intend to put in front to just push all the buttons when I come in and to launch the system. It's like that. I just like pressing buttons. Don't ask me why. It's a boy's thing, I guess. Cables and buttons. Anyway, I like doing all those things, from mechanical to electrical work. It's a lot of fun for me. And I'm quite impatient to turn this screen on to see how it looks like. So now I'm gonna set up the arm for the second screen. This arm, this black metallic arm, is made to support something like 30-40 kilos, and I took it voluntarily oversized so that it would also help to reinforce the structure. And just again to make it more immersive, I had this idea of just not leaving this screen just as it is, but make it look like it has a windshield shape. So this kind of shape, and you will see the end result in the next videos. Hope to see you. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Cheers.